Okay. Who's up?
It seems like it's me.
Yep, it's you.
Oh, okay.
Not me. I've been talking way too long. It's you.
Okay, well, it's so great to be able to talk to you directly, Jim. I'm excited.
Thank you.
So this time that you were talking, I had some time to relax a little bit because I was so nervous.
Just us.
Well, my question is, I have been living as a housewife, a stay-at-home mom for more than 8 years now.
Stop right there. I'm going to interrupt you so I can coach you through this. What does that mean? Tell me the identity of a housewife.
Yeah, well, I left my job. I had only one child, then I had 2 more children, and I have been living only depending on my husband's income.
I think I know where you're going to go with this, but what I'm exploring now is, let's go a little further and I'm going to come back here. Okay, keep on going.
All right. Well, I tried to do some kind of business, but I was just not confident enough. I was actually a newbie. I was trying to do something just by myself. I was not. I didn't have a mentor or anyone who could help me.
Okay.
And everything just flopped. And well, I stopped trying to do anything. And I have been investing in courses, business courses, online marketing courses. I have been trying to pay them.
I don't want you to do any more of that for right now. Okay. So you said you tried some kind of business, right?
Yes.
What did you try?
Yes. Well, it was a website. It was called, it's in Spanish. It's called Baby and Family, but in Spanish.
Okay.
And the intention was that I was going to interview people about how to take care of babies, how to take care of the mom when she's pregnant, things like that. Okay. Everything related to babies and family and nutrition.
Let's go here first. I'm interrupting for a reason, for time. Is a lot of people want to go into business, but they don't adopt the identity of a business person. For many years, I was a hypnotist and made about $100,000 a year, maybe $150 a year. Never really made any large money like I do now. It's because I always saw it. Here's a mistake a lot of people get into. Is they think I'm good at XYZ, teaching accounting or mothering or hypnosis or whatever. And they see themselves as a practitioner of that as opposed to being a business person who does that. And everyone listening, does it make sense? You have to see yourself, and now it's a huge shift for me, as a business person who does XYZ service. Okay? Now then you have to look at what are the characteristics of a good business person. Well, what business person do you know of? What business stays in business without making money? And I used to be like, let me just help everybody. And then I recognized that the only way to be a good business person is to charge for what I'm worth. And I have to charge, and I have to run it like a business and set up my bank accounts like a business. And I have to think like a tangible business. And so my identity became, I am a business person. Because if I'm not a business person, I can't do the rest of this, which is what I love, which is what you do, the baby stuff, you love it. But you can't do that if you're not a business person. So my question is, do you see yourself as a business person?
No.
Okay, so what happened?
Not at all.
Okay, so what happened? I see a lot of this. So what happened is you think, I'm going to become a business person. Yet you never adopt the thought processes or behaviors of a business person, and then your business, which you try to do with an open heart, does what you said. It flops. Why? Because you're not thinking like a business person. Anytime we exchange money for goods and services, doesn't matter what it is, that's called a sale. Okay? And we have to be, which I am, I taught it for many years, I don't now, but I'm a salesperson. Because if I don't sell my transformational coaching program or the Money Masterclass, which has huge value for people, I'm going to be broke. And if I'm broke, how can I help anybody, which is what I love? What are you hearing here?
I'm sorry?
What are you
Can you
hearing?
say that again?
What are you hearing pertaining to you?
What am I hearing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. Does this make sense to you?
Yes. Now, the thing is, that was several years ago.
Okay.
I stopped it more than 5 years ago. I never created any product. I was interviewing people, making videos. Eventually I started a YouTube channel and I started uploading the videos to YouTube. But I never really created any product. I
How come?
never tried to sell anything.
How come?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
No.
wanted
When you
to.
coach with me, I don't know is not an acceptable answer. It's a lazy
Okay.
answer. You do know. How come you
Oh,
didn't create anything? Don't think.
I
Just
thought
tell
that
me.
maybe I thought that just with the YouTube channel it would be enough.
No.
I was too afraid of trying to sell anything.
Stop right there.
I
Okay.
didn't
Here's the
see
thing.
myself doing that.
Here's the thing. Is when we promote the transformational coaching program, it's an investment, okay? And the way that I look at sales is this, and I teach sales for a lot of years. Is I'm great at sales, but I used to be afraid to ask for money. Okay, so it might be a money issue with you first. Secondly, is if I can help you, here's where I work from. If I can help you live a better life, I have a moral and ethical obligation to sell to you what I have that can help you. This is a pen. I don't know, it's $2, whatever. This helps me. I mean, I make notes. If somebody said, pay me $2, not a problem. Why? Because it helps me. Everything in your life, you look at things you bought, you buy them because they help you in some way or they give you pleasure. And pleasure can be also helping. So the way that I look at it is I help people change their lives with my transformational coaching program. It's my moral and ethical obligation to say, here's the program, here's what the investment is, because I know it's going to change their life. Okay? So like somebody said, I'm afraid of selling. I am not afraid of selling because I don't call it selling. What I'm doing is I'm changing their life. Why wouldn't I value myself to get paid enough for that? Back to you. Why wouldn't you value what you teach enough to say, hey buddy, come on. I did this for you. I changed your life. I did this. Fork over the money. And you don't say it like that, obviously. But that's the mindset I want you to have, is that you have to get, this is what I talk about a lot inside my group, is the reason you weren't successful, one of the reasons, is you didn't value the value you create in life. If you don't value the value you create, then why would the universe value it and give you money back?
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't worry about confidence. I used to. I don't. Because like I was telling, I think, Randy a couple of minutes ago, is there's somebody looking for me somewhere right this minute. And there was, years ago. But many years ago, when I taught sales, I was one of the best there is at it. Seriously. I mean, I've got amazing, I help billion-dollar companies. But I never really saw myself that way. So I never really charged what I should have been charging. Why would the universe value, or even my client value me if I don't value myself? I didn't value the value I was creating. This is huge. We have to value the value we're creating. Because if I don't value my own work, then why would you value it? And then on top of that, I never worry about confidence. Because guess what? If they're calling, I'll just tell you guys the truth, but everything I tell you guys is true, but it's kind of, I hope it's not arrogant. 20 years ago, I used to live in New York City, and one of my clients was at Rockefeller Center, which is the most expensive real estate in Manhattan. And we're sitting, he wanted me to teach him subconscious influence, how to get into people's heads for sales. And we were sitting there one Saturday morning in September. His cell phone rings, and he answers it. And I hear the entire call. And it's he and the sitting president of the United States. And I said, is that who I think that it was? And he's like, who did you think it was? And this was many years ago. And I said, it sounded like President Clinton. He goes, yeah. He goes, and he said some other things. Later, I told a friend of mine, this is going to come back to you here. I told a friend of mine, Chris, I feel so far out of my league. I mean, this guy's at Rockefeller Center. He's talking to the president of the United States about what they're going to do for Thanksgiving. I'm so far out of my league. My friend said something to me that changed my life, and I'm going to share it with you. Very simple. He said, Jim, if you were out of your league, you wouldn't be there in the first place.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I work from, is I just do what I do, and I do it the best that I can possibly do. After that, it's out of my hands. Why do I need confidence? I don't. I just go do what I do. And when you go do, Virginia told me one day, back in 2010 when the economy crashed, and she goes, this changed my life. She goes, a lot of my agents are complaining about how bad the economy is. She goes, if they would just go out and try to help someone today, they'd make over $100,000 a year. So that's where I work from in my personal life. Who can I help? Who can I help? Who can I help? I don't worry about the money. I don't worry about the confidence. I don't worry about what people think about me. Because you know what? I help people. Can't help everyone. A lot of people don't like me. That's fine too. I mean, I know I'm an acquired taste. I'm direct. I know that. A lot of people don't like me. That's fine. They'll go find somebody else they do like. A lot of people do like what I do. And guess what? Guess what? Is that I help them. That's all I got to focus on. Not how good I am, not the economy, not who's doing what I'm doing. I don't even have any competition. I work in the personal development field, and people will say, you got a lot of, no, I don't. I have no competition. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Because you add your own unique style.
I mean,
there's no other Jim Fording.
No. Exactly. But there's no other you. Think about that. There's no other you. And no one can do what you can do. No one. So what I look at is I go do what I do because I love doing these, and I'm going to do a lot more. I love doing these. This is what I do. This is who I am. Some people are going to call me a jerk. Some people are going to call me stupid. All these things. Don't care. Why? Because I'm doing what I love to do. And somebody says build your confidence. You build your confidence. There's this illusion is I need confidence. Wrong. Confidence comes from competence. So, for example, do you know how to wash dishes?
Yes.
I'm just picking anything, okay? Do you know how to drive?
Yeah. I'm learning.
Okay, good. Okay. But do you know what? Are you more confident now than when you started learning?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're building competence by doing it. Competence equals confidence. So the more we just go do it, the more we naturally become confident. So remember, be repetitive. I just help people. Some want it, some don't. Some like me, some don't. But guess what? On a planet of 7+ billion people, there are enough people to like me and what I do, and I can help them, and they want to be helped for what I do, that I can make a healthy living and help a lot more people. I swear to you, on the Torah, the Bible, the Kabbalah, whatever, on my notepad, is when you show up and you serve with an open heart and you charge your value back, that's where the gold is.
Okay.
One more thing, but I promise. That's what the goal is, okay? Go try it out. I'm going to be doing a lot more lives. We're going to wrap up here today. Thank all of you. I'm so honored and so
Thank you
blessed.
so much, Jim.
Thank you from the heart.